Imagine grieving your ex-husband's sudden death, only to have his parents try to steal custody of your daughters. Now imagine being called a monster in front of your crying child by strangers at a farmer's market. And those strangers, brainwashed by a lie so big, it tore a community apart. But what they didn't know was that I had proof. And I was about to bring the truth to church. If you've ever wanted to see karma hit someone so hard they fled their own church, hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up. Because this is a story about betrayal, grief, and one hell of a righteous revenge. When my ex-husband died, suddenly in an accident last year, part of me felt numb. Not because I didn't care, but because by the time he passed, the man I once loved was already dead to me. I'm 46. I have 2 beautiful daughters, 17 and 15. They are my whole world. But our world was shattered when we discovered my husband had been cheating on me. And not just a fling. No, he had a whole secret family. Twin boys, conceived during the affair, born while we were still married. I was mid-divorce when he died. His mistress passed away too, leaving the boys orphaned. My daughters, they were the ones who uncovered the affair. Can you imagine the trauma? At that age, now my ex's parents, his 78-year-old father and 80-year-old mother, wanted custody of my daughters, as if I was some unfit mother. And when that didn't work, they tried to move in with us. Let me be clear, over my dead body. We were already in the middle of a legal custody battle. I was drained, financially, emotionally, spiritually. But nothing prepared me for what happened on my youngest daughter's birthday. There's a beautiful farmer's market in our town. Every weekend, local farmers bring fresh eggs, meats, fruit, chocolate. My youngest loves it. So for her birthday, I gave her some money and let her explore while I waited nearby. An hour passed. Then I got the call. She was sobbing. "Mom, some women won't let me leave. They're yelling at me." My heart dropped. I ran toward her, oldest daughter by my side. And there they were, 6 older women, surrounding my daughter like wolves circling a lamb, screaming about how she was unchristian and a heartless sister. They called her evil for not loving her baby brothers, the same ones that broke our family. I stepped between them and my daughter. My hands were shaking, but my voice was steel. "Go pay for the things and wait in the car," I told my eldest. Then I turned to face the herd. I recognized some of them, members of my ex-in-law's church, a place we stopped attending long ago for, let's say, reasons. They spat words like venom. "You should obey your in-laws. You're turning your daughters against God. He died because of you." Security was eventually called. We were all asked to leave. I walked with my daughters to the car, those women following us, like vultures hungry for scraps. That night, after my girls went to bed, I logged onto Facebook. I needed answers, and I found them. A friend from the church, someone kind, someone sane, messaged me after I told him what happened. "You need to see what your ex-mother-in-law posted." And there it was, a long, emotionally manipulative post in the church's Facebook group. She painted herself as a grieving mother, abandoned by her selfish daughter-in-law and evil granddaughters. She said we refused to help her, that we left her and her husband, homeless and penniless. She claimed we stole the grandchildren from them. And worst of all, she rewrote history. She claimed the affair partner wasn't a mistress, but a surrogate, that I refused to love the boys because they were male, as if I hated children, as if I wasn't the breadwinner who raised 2 girls alone while my husband played house elsewhere. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry. But more than anything, I wanted justice. Here's the thing about that church. They might be conservative, they might be judgmental, but they hate cheating. Adultery, that's a cardinal sin in their world. Doesn't matter who did it. It's unforgivable. And lucky for me, I had the receipts, literal ones, because I was still legally married when he died. I had all the divorce paperwork, texts, emails, photos, even messages between him and his parents, where they encouraged the affair and mocked me. One message still haunts me, sent 2 days after his death. "Your daughters are bastards. Their hatred got their father killed. They blame my girls, my babies." That was the final straw. The next day, I took the day off work. I went to a print shop and spared no expense. Full color, high-resolution images, conversations, harassment, lies. I compiled everything into beautifully laminated binders. Each binder looked exactly like a hymn packet. On the front page, a photo of my ex and his mistress, full on making out on our couch, our living room clearly visible. Underneath it, the real story of Alex in Greek, a true testimony. Inside, every sin, every lie, every betrayal. I went to the church before service started and placed the binders on the back table, right where visitors grab their worship booklets. No one ever checks them. It was perfect. By the end of the week, the entire Facebook group exploded. The gossip mill spun like a tornado. Comments poured in. How could they lie like this? Those poor girls. This is sick. The pastor had to step in just to stop the cursing. Suddenly, the ex-in-laws weren't poor, grieving grandparents. They were enablers of adultery, abusers, manipulators. They tried to control the narrative, but it was too late. The truth was everywhere, on glossy paper and the tongues of outraged churchgoers. I received 2 apology letters addressed to my daughters, and an invitation to return to the church. We understand your pain. You were lost, but unlike your ex, you can return to the light. Apparently, I was still wrong for divorcing my husband, but at least now, I was understandably broken. Sure, whatever helps you sleep at night. As for my ex-in-laws, they were shamed out of a church. My ex-mother-in-law posted a dramatic status about how the elderly are abandoned and no one cares for us anymore. She said she wished her son were still alive to care for her. Funny, he never cared when he was alive. I paid the bills. Sometimes justice doesn't come from the courts. Sometimes it comes from standing up for your truth. With receipts, a printer, and a touch of poetic vengeance. No one messes with a mother protecting her daughters, especially not in the house of God. If this story gave you goosebumps, or if you've ever wanted to see someone put bullies in their place, hit that like button right now, and let us know in the comments. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? Don't forget to subscribe for more real stories where karma comes dressed in style and sometimes laminated.